This is Ken Delbeck coming to you from Digital Disruption 2014 here in San Jose. This is part of our streaming Catalyst Live, a way to share our Catalyst program with a much broader audience. The Catalyst programs are very integral to this EM Forum work. It's how we keep our programs grounded in reality and in touch with actual deployments and how do we make these things happen in a real world environment. At this point, I would like to present one of the other virtualization catalysts, closing the loop, scaling, healing, and optimizing a virtualized network. And I'd like to introduce you to Yuval Stein, who's going to share with us the results of that catalyst work.
Thank you, Ken. So, good morning to everyone here from San Jose, and I will indeed talk about our catalyst, closing the loop, scaling, healing, and optimizing a virtualized network. So first of all, about our champions and participants. So our champions are Telecom Italia, AT&T, and China Unicom, and the participating vendors are Tioco, Netcracker, Wipro Technologies, and Kengo Networks. First of all, let's tell some general things about our catalyst. When we talk about closing the loop, we are talking about saving operational expenses and making operations more efficient. So we are supporting organizational processes of the operators that operators are doing today. If they exist, they require quite many systems with costly integrations, and they just usually take too much time. So the purpose of this is to make these processes much shorter and more efficient. So in order to do that, we introduce the functionality of the closed loop. While doing that, we use inputs both from the network and the service layers. And since we are talking about NFV and other technologies together, then we show collaboration of systems in the fulfillment area, assurance area, and the new management system in the NFV world, which is the Mano and the Orchestrator. We are showing that the processes are both for scaling, healing, and optimizing networks, both traditional and virtualized networks, and in multiple domains. A lot of it is about the use cases and the details of the use cases that we are showing here. So the use cases are coming from the virtual mobile core domain, run and transport. As part of that, we implement policies as part of some of the use cases. And we are referencing work that was done in TM Forum, some interfaces work, and in other organizations, and I will elaborate on that later on. So first of all, when we talk about closing the loop, what do we mean? So the way we see it, closing the loop is the process of constantly optimizing and improving the network based on inputs at different layers, and as the inputs are richer, they help to get to better conclusions. And so the inputs can come both from the operational side, and they can involve also service, business, and operational data. Now, we do see several kinds of closed loop. Part of the closed loop scenarios that we show are more for short-term operational purposes, for fixing the network just to prevent anything to break, while some of the processes are more long-term and are involved with optimizing the network in general. To be more specific on that, we actually see several cycles of closed loop. So if we look at the diagram that I hope that you can see, so we have one closed loop that is within the virtualized world. So what the NFV technology enables us is to fix problems from the lower NFV layers, like the virtual ID layer, and when these kinds of problems or inefficiencies, when they harm the virtual functions, then we can offer a closed loop that is inside the virtualized world. The other cycle, which is more general, is between virtualized systems and non-virtualized systems. I believe that we all understand that networks will be hybrid for long years, having both virtualized parts and non-virtualized parts. So some of our use cases are about managing network parts from both sides of that. Then we have the widest, I would say, cycle here that involves multi-domains. So in our case, the virtualized functions are in the mobile core area, and then we also bring other domains like run and transport to the picture, and we show use cases of a closed loop in this widest cycle. Something about the systems that we bring in. So as I mentioned earlier, we have 4 vendors here, and this enables us to bring a wide range of management systems, both of the virtualized and non-virtualized sides. So on the right side, you can see we have the virtualized system, including the Mano. We have the VNF manager there and the orchestrator for Netcracker. Then in the middle, you can see that we bring systems both at the resource layer and the service layer. So we have fault management, performance management, and a bit of configuration management at the resource layer, and we have service quality management and fulfillment on the service layer, and also some aspects of policy management. And these parts on the left side are both by Teoko, Wipro, and Kengo Networks. We also work here, if you can see the interfaces here, between the Mano side and the non-virtual and the traditional systems. So we focus a lot about exploring the needs of these interfaces, implementing some TM Forum interfaces here, and actually validating and checking what kinds of requirements we have on these interfaces, and actually we may have also some proposals for improvements for these interfaces that can be later on put into the TM Forum frameworks. So now about our use cases, I assume that I will not have the time to talk about all the use cases to their details, but probably in general, I would like to go over them. So I think that they can be classified according to the cycles of closed loop that I mentioned earlier. So for example, the first use case is all on the virtualized side. It's an auto-scaling kind of use case. The second one and third one, they show problems or result of analysis that is being done from other domains, and the result sometimes it is implemented in the virtualized side. Sometimes, if the root cause is different, it can be implemented on the traditional systems. We have this synchronized network changes for an IPTV solution use case that is a use case that combines both NFV and legacy closed loop system. And then we have the use case of scaling policy modifications, and the focus of this use case is about improving policy. So some details, I will not cover all use cases, but let me say a few words about some main use cases here. So in the first use case, that is auto-scaling on the virtualized side, the actual problem is on the IT side that serves the virtual functions. So the Mano part, the virtual management of the Mano will discover that the network function may be affected by a problem in the virtual IT layer, and this is discovered by the Mano from performance measurements that it gets. So the Mano can close the loop by performing auto-scaling, and then more resources, CPU memory, are allocated to the virtualized system. This information is transferred to traditional performance management and inventory management systems, but in this case they can present the data, but they are not the active part that is doing the closed loop itself. The second use case that I will present is about the transport layer network problem. So this is a multi-domain one, and here the OSS systems on the left side will get the measurements from the Mano side, and this will show a capacity issue on links, on backhaul links between the core side and the RAN side. And equivalent information of measurements will also come from the other domains. So the RAN side will also point to some problems on these links, and the root cause in this case is the transport links that are carrying the backhaul links. So the OSS system on the left side will know to correlate the data, will know to point to the root cause, which in this case is the transport issue, and then actually there will be two levels of fixes. One fix can happen if the problem is indeed affecting the immediate operations. So the Mano may possibly change the virtual function to work over a different link, but eventually someone needs to fix the actual problem. So in this case, the service assurance system will send a command to the transport system to move to an alternate route. Now about the next one that I show, and again, you can see in the virtual shoulder of the catalyst, you'll be able to see the other use cases. The last one that I presented is about policy modifications. So there is, in this case, there is a policy manager on the left side, or you can see it up here, that examines the policy all the time, and it can suggest modifications to the policy. So in this case, what's presented is that it sees that some kind of a policy that works well for the days of the week is not optimized for the end of the week. So it seems that in the end of the week, less capacity is required. So the policy will be adjusted to take less capacity on weekends, and this modification of the policy will take place. So that's about the use cases, and indeed, if anyone is interested in more details, you can either see it in the Catalyst information, or you can send emails to myself or Catalyst members, and we'll be happy to answer them. Last slide or last topic that I would like to cover is the reference to other works that were done by different organizations. So first of all, we are using some TM4 interfaces. We are using the TPM interface with both flavors, with two flavors of both REST interface and SOAP interface. We are showing the part of collection job in the interface and ad hoc request, which is actually the first time that we are demonstrating this part of the interface. we are showing the PI interface to exchange policies. We are using some 3GPP interfaces for configuration management and performance. Of course, that we are referencing the Etsy architecture as the master architecture for the interfaces between the Manus side and the OSS side. And we also reference, since we are doing a lot of performance management here, we reference the MGMN operational requirements for performance management. So thank you.
Yuval, we have time for a question or two?
Sure.
Excellent. Now notice when you're talking specifically about these interfaces, you're using interfaces that weren't necessarily designed to work in a virtual environment. Did you guys find any challenges with that, or were they pretty much reusable?
In general, they were pretty much reusable. We do see that in this context, first of all, we use a subset of the interface. And then it's true that, I don't know, it's a bit lighter. The need here is a bit lighter maybe than general performance interface. So we focus on specific operation and maybe on specific parameters, but in general, the same interface.
Excellent. I noticed too that you mentioned a bit about 3GPP and GNM here. I'd be interested in how you're satisfying requirements from so many different organizations.
Okay, so these are two different things actually. So with 3GPP, we use some interfaces that were either needed for some of the network elements that we use, or for the configuration management side, there we use the 3GPP interface. Now, the MGMN requirements are talking about new real-time perspectives of sending KPIs. So I think that, for example, the interface operations that we use for the performance management are really more about doing performance management in real time. So in this aspect, they reference the MGMN operational requirements for performance management.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yuval. Thank you for your time, and congratulations again on a very good show. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we hope to see you in Nice in 2015.